this guy دار واحد اللعبه، هو هاد اللعبه هادي ديال انك الا تشيكي بحال البلان، الا تشيكيتي تشيك مارك كتشيكا لكلشي، ولا انتشيكيتيها كتانشيكا لكلشي. سبريزيكو مي هو دار غير بالضحك تيتسنى 100 واحد 200 واحد يدخل ليها. مي شنو لقى؟ fucking Washington Post هضرات عليها. This is the most pointless website on the planet and it's fantastic. وناضت تحطات في هاد اللعبه هادي. سو هنايا غادي يدخل الساط وغادي يعاود هنايا كيفاش دارها. بدا بالاول جو بونس بايثون ولا ما عرفتش شنو كان داير في الباك اند. نو اتس نوت بايثون. المهم غيشرح الكود ديالها، الكود اللي دار. من بعد غادي يقلبها لجو، من بعد غادي يقلبها حيت عرفتي راه بغا يديرها، ما بغاش يدير شي سيرفر ولا هذا اللي تكبر بوحدها. سو عرفتي راه داكشي بالبيتس كيحسبهم. ديك اللعبه ديال كيفاش كيدير تيشرح هنايا كيفاش دار الباز دوني باش anyway it's pretty good read صراحه. هذا هو مول السيت.
So recently, I thought my most popular project had been hacked. The project was called 1 Million Checkboxes, and if you haven't seen it, it was a website with 1 million checkboxes on it, which you probably could have guessed. But the trick to the website is that all of those checkboxes were global. Checking or unchecking a box, checked or unchecked it for everybody else in the world immediately. And I built the site in like 2 days. I really didn't expect it to be very popular, but I was super, super wrong. Within hours, there were thousands of people on the site. Within days, there were 500,000 people on the
يا كون دارها سيرفرلس طاح عليه بغسيل الفندق وما كان داير لا اشهار لا والو.
So keeping the site online was a big, really interesting challenge. I wrote a long blog about it that I'm going to link below.
سو يا زوين هذا البلان هذا اللي دار ديال كيفاش انا خلاه واقف. سو في الاول دار داك البيت اري. that was out of the box البلان. بيت اري for each checkbox باش يريبريزونتي بيت. خدم بريديس في الباك اند. دونك هي اللي خلاتو ان داكشي يكون بالزربه. ودار داكشي ديال الويب سوكيتس وداك البلانات فهمتي. مي من بعد جو بونس داير رياكت في فرونت اند تترندري دوك تشيك بوكسز. كيفاش دغيا السيت ولا بوبيلار وهو ما مرانكي ما بوبليجا حيت بنادم تيبارطاجيه. تبارطاجا في ريديت، تبارطاجا في هاكر نيوز، تبارطاجا في فورتشان. سو من بعد غادي يقلب الجو جو بونس.
I love to build experiences that let people interact.
جو بونس كون دارها براس كان تطيح عليه رخص كاع. ومن بعد دار ديك اللعبه ديال شنو تتسمى اوريزونتال ولا فيرتيكال. فاش كيبدا يكبر في السيرفرات تيكثر منهم. ماشي ريديت ما في السيرفرات بدا تيكبر منهم باش هذا في الاول بدا تيزيد في الارام، تيزيد في هذا. حيت الا كنتي عندك اوشن ديجيتال اوشن كتقدر دير تسكيليها بهذا البلان هذا. ديجيتال اوشن كتقدر تزيد لايك في الرام هذا. من بعد وصل لواحد الحد هو يبدا يزيد اسكاليها من اوريزونتال بدا كيزيد وتيدير داك اللود بالانسر وداك اللعيبات والكاشين وهذا.
All right, so depending on your background, this part's going to be a little technical. I promise it matters, so please bear with me. For 1 million checkboxes, I needed to store state for 1 million checkboxes, and a million's a really big number. I can't count that high. So I wanted to make sure to store the state for 1 million checkboxes efficiently. What I did is I said, well, a checkbox that's checked or unchecked, that's just like a bit, right? Like a bit.
Now this was a smart idea صراحة هذا البلان اللي دار.
It is either 0 or 1. So we'll just have a million bits that correspond to our checkboxes. Bit 3 will be 1 if checkbox 3 is checked and 0 otherwise. So we'll just have a million bits in our data.
Dumbest websites of all time for nothing. What is the importance to create it? There is no importance. It's fun. إلا كنت انت creator it's fun. So هذا هو البلان هذا ديال what is the importance. الحياة كاملة راه ما عندهاش importance. واحدة من أكثر لي زيكزامبل على هذا البلان اللي دار.
I almost felt like I was listening to crickets.
كيبقاو جالسين كيقادوها سنوات.
And prayerful. Center be created.
But at the end, it will be destroyed and dismantled.
And from one home to the other, right? What happened? We had a wonderful time.
To symbolize the impermanent. But at the end, it will be destroyed and dismantled. To symbolize the impermanence of all the phenomena.
There's a beginning and an end.
That nothing lasts forever.
And there's no attachment to the actual thing.
I like هاد البرانسيب اللي عندهم اصاحبي. عندهم برانسيب واعر، كيجلسوا اعوام وما كيقادوها ومن بعد كيدمروها. What's the reason? Nothing. No reason حتى حاجه. حتى هاد الساط هذا دار شي حاجه beautiful and then صافي. اون بليس تعلم منها واحد البلان اللي غياخدو معاه forever. كيفاش تسكيلي باغ اكزومبل شي بلاتفورم.
backend in Go with the help of my friend Elliot. And for some reason
الفاكت ان جاوه الملايين ديال الناس تيخدموا السيت ديالو، كان خاصو من سيرفر واحد يكبر وهذا. It's a great experience اصاحبي، learning experience.
And after that, I chose to dump my database. I looked at the raw bytes in an ASCII encoding. I don't know why, I just did it. And this is what I saw. What the fuck is that? Catgirls.win was sitting there in my database and I panicked. I freaked out. I assumed I had been hacked, which I think was a pretty reasonable assumption. I started searching through my code, searching through my logs, trying to figure out, did somebody log in? Is there a bug in my code? Is someone stuffing this URL into my database? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. This is my most popular project. It is being viewed by thousands of people and I've been hacked, but I couldn't find anything. Everything seemed okay. Nobody had logged in. There were no bugs in my code. And then finally, wait. I looked at the checkboxes on the website that corresponded to those URLs. Like that H right there, that's a byte. So that's 8 bits, 8 checkboxes, those 8 checkboxes. And I realized for all the checkboxes that corresponded to these URLs, there was a repeating pattern. And if I changed something in that pattern, if I checked or unchecked a checkbox, the pattern immediately reappeared. I hadn't been hacked. Somebody was writing me a message in binary. Now, the way that this works is a little technical, so again, please bear with me. But we can convert the data that we have in our database.
This is pretty cool الصاد. شي واحد دار له ميساج بلاصكي مي الفاكت ان داك الاخر عرف ان داك الشيء اللي كيدير غيبان عنده كوم سيت في الباز دوني غيبان بالكتابه. راه it's amazing.
Into letters. And the way that we do that is that we walk through that data 8 bits or 8 checkboxes at a time. And we look at the number that those 8 bits, that 1 byte represents. It's going to be a number somewhere between 0 and 255, and we can convert that number into a letter. There are a lot of different ways to do this, but one popular way, and the way that I happen to do it, is using ASCII, which represents a mapping from numbers
يا صاد تخلع صاحبي. الفاكت انه واحد خلي لك ميساج
to basically the letters that you see on your keyboard. So someone was sitting there checking and unchecking boxes to form numbers that formed letters that spelled out this URL. And they were probably doing this with a bot to make sure that those boxes remained checked and unchecked in exactly the way that they wanted them to. All right. Catgirls.win/OMCB. Catgirls.win. Obviously, I click the link. And the link goes to a Discord, and the Discord is called Checking Boxes. So I joined the Discord. And someone is really excited to see me. And so we chat for a second, and then they ask me a question that blows my mind. Have you seen your checkboxes as 1,000 by 1,000 image yet? And I said no, and they showed me, and it looked like this. So there's a lot going on here. We've got be gay, do crime, love that. But also we've got the binary message that we found. Above that, there's a base 64 version of the same.
So واخا هو دار داك البلان ديال انه سميتو الا موديفيتي كيتبدلوا دوك التشيكات ما تيبانوش التصاور. بنادم ردو بحال داك البلان ديال ريديت. That's why ان هاد السيت هذا ولا بوبولار. هما هادوك اللي كانوا كيتنافسوا معنا. حتى حنا كنا عرفنا كون درنا الريديت وار، درنا شي وار هنا.
Message linking to the same Discord. Base 64 is what I used for transport. And finally, we've got a QR code with full error correction also linking to the Discord. The Discord was full of very sharp teens, and they were writing this message in secret with tens of thousands of people on the website to gather other very sharp teens, and it totally worked. There were 15 people when I joined, over 60 people in the Discord by the time that I left. I tried to make it hard for them to draw, but they said 1,000 times 1,000 is a million. No problem. They found a way, and they started drawing some very cool things. They put a Windows blue screen of death on the site. They put sexy Jake Gyllenhaal gifs on the site. At the end, I removed all my rate limits for an hour as a treat, and they did a real-time rickroll across the entire site. It was sick. It was so cool, and I found this so moving.
من البلان اللي واعر هو انه كريا بلاتفورم راسو بحال ريديت اللي سيرفر قدو قداش ودايرين داك البلان، حتى هو دارت اولموست بحال ريديت اولموست ذا سيم نمبرز اللي ريديت دارتو، وقدر انه بوحدو انه يكونترولي ويجيري البلان ويخلي السيرفر واقف على رجليه، غير حيت بدات يابديتيه بطرق اللي هما سمارت باش ما تطيحش عليه غاليه وانه يبقى السيرفر خدام.
So special for me. So that's it. That's my story. I've never made a video before. I'm trying to decide whether this is something that I want to do. So
This is his first video صاد صافي عليه.
So if you like the video, like it. Let me know. And if you've got feedback for me, I'd actually really love to hear that too. But it's the internet, so be nice about it.
That's pretty cool صراحة مراقل بجد.